Hello my friends, Janna is here and I will share with you as usual in this video my trading results for this week and gold technical overview for this coming trading week. So as you can see guys, this week my result is $7,320 and it's not as big result as you have seen previous weeks because I actually told you in my last weekend video that I will not be sending any signals and I will not be trading Monday and Tuesday, and during the week actually it ended up also not very many trades because I was a little bit busy with different things, but I was still sending you any setups during the night except one night I didn't have set up also. So, and all the trades closed out with profits again except one last trade, which I'm going to explain to you guys what happened. So as you can see, I actually do have one open trade which is floating, which was a sell, and I want to show you my Telegram channel where I'm actually sending my setups right here. And unfortunately this was on Friday and I was a little bit distracted, and I do have few different strategies I'm trading with, but I'm sending you usually my setups with the stop losses. Not usually, actually I'm sending it all the time with the stop loss because, you know, gold is quite risky to trade without the stop, but I do have a system trading without stops, but I do have other accounts where I'm doing it, and I don't usually do it on this account, very rarely. Unfortunately, I had a mistake by looking at a different screen, and I had last two trades I sent, which I took without the stop losses, completely different settings, and I'm not sure if you guys have changed your settings or not, but I'm going to explain to you what could be done now, because if you have if you took the last trade, because this one closed out with profit, but the last one, well, again, depends, maybe for some of you it closed out with profit or maybe not, but for me it didn't close out with profit, okay, and ended up floating, and the market ran away, as you can see guys. To be honest, I actually noticed it a bit late, and if I would have seen it that I've sent the last two trades with those settings, I would have sent the message and tell you that ignore it, okay, and or put the same settings as I usually send you. So guys, please be attentive. If you see the setup without stop loss, then ignore it. I made a mistake again. I have a little bit busy days right now. This coming week, I'm also not sure if I will be able to trade every single day, but still the night setups are going to be out there. But yes, if you see without stop loss, you know guys, with our stop loss is always 900 points, okay? That's the main settings, okay? So once again I want to show you the main screen here, Telegram, right? So this is our setup, so please use the same setup if you're following my signals, because yes, some of them are instant. Those two were instant signals, and like I was saying you usually instant is a little bit hard to follow because sometimes they need to happen very fast, and a few seconds could be actually quite dramatic. But as you can see guys, this is another example of my instant setup, instant trade previously, and exactly the same settings. Remember I was telling you in my previous video that I'm sending you exactly the same settings because they are the safest ones, and the other settings you can decide really for yourself. And don't forget again, as usual, that of course trading Forex is very risky, and all risks you take to yourself, all money management, and you decide the lot size and basically all the other settings. This is just what I use, and like I'm saying, I'm changing from time to time, but as you can see that, for example, some of those setups I'm using are not very practical for some of you, okay? So for me, for example, this is not dramatic, but of course after a few hours when I actually saw the screen and I saw what happened, I was kind of a bit shocked myself, because I was like, what happened? And then I realized that I sent it through from the different screen, unfortunately, yes. So Anyway, let's see what could be done in this situation. So basically for me, I'm just going to leave it as it is, because it's still alright for my size of account. Like I'm saying, you use your own money management. See how big is your lot size, how big is the floating, and of course the size of your account. I'm going to see, because I'm still believe that gold is bearish, even though we did go quite a bit of away, but I'm going to tell you in a minute my view of the market, what I'm expecting. And of course I can't exclude the possibility it might continue being bullish, right? So we had a really huge move on Friday, which is Friday, and on Fridays it quite often that the direction could change dramatically from the direction, the usual direction. So for example, we're expecting it to be bearish, and suddenly on Friday it has a big jump up, or the other way around, it's bullish and then on Friday suddenly it just turns around. So yes, Fridays are like that. And so in this situation, what could be done if you, for example, thinking, so basically if you had the same setup and you just pressed sell, then you should have had a loss, and the recovery system would pick up, and only about 10 or 20 pips, it was not enough to close it when I had a look at it, but some of the losses would have been already covered. So in this situation, I would just say, okay, leave it as it is and let the EA to do the job, okay? Otherwise, of course, if I would have seen it, what was happening, I would probably just close with, again, wherever 10 or 20 pips it didn't close out with profit, didn't finish the full recovery. It probably would have been just only few, well, I don't know, okay, for me it would have been few hundreds, but for some of you, who knows, right? What it depends on what size of the lot you had. And because the week was profitable, all the trades all week until this last one was all profitable, none of the losing trades, no recoveries at all. So basically, yeah, you could have also closed it out, like I was telling it in the other videos. So the other option, you can also see if you do really know how to figure out and work out with this trading without the stops. I'm not going to lock it. I'm going to say straight away, no hedging also. But if you know how to use it, you can do that. And the other option is, if you just don't want to deal with it that much, then my expectation would be that possibly the gold will go further down, for example around 30, right? So it's because that was quite a important level, and might stop in around here and not go further down. Then of course, well, we just look at from our trade, right? So we're just going to count 90 pips, which is usually I have the stop loss here, right, around 90 pips, which is about 20.34 it shows, plus minus, so slightly above 30. Then so the market would needs to go further down below the usual stop loss, and then just change the settings to our normal settings, okay, the usual setup I'm sending, okay, which you can see in the previous setup I had, like this one again. So use exactly the same settings, because for this trade it was supposed to be that setup. Yeah, and then just let the EA to run it, okay. Of course, for the best result would be to go for the market go back a little bit below 31, but we don't know if it's going to do that or not. It might just stay above 30 and continue, actually try to go back up again. Of course, it could do few attempts, go further down, go back up, and of course it could be few recoveries, okay, to take out. But if you would look, you see it's only around here is like, what, how many pips right now? It's about 110 or something, about 100, yeah, something 100 pips. Then it's again depends. If you have completely whole week profitable, then it's possible maybe to just close out with the whatever the loss is out there. Well, again, we will see how the market opens. You see, you need to just decide for yourself how you want to deal with this situation. So as for me, like I'm saying, I'm just going to leave it as it is and then see what happens afterwards. Okay, so yes, guys, sorry that that happened. It's first time actually happened when I have looked into the wrong. As you can see, guys, I have few windows here, and some of them I use those different strategies, but I usually use another computer, and yes, I can make sometimes distraction and a lot of things going on right now. So yes, I could have mistakes like this, but like I was saying to you guys, please just use the same settings as I'm sending it to you if you decide to follow my setups. But like I'm saying to you guys, it's all up to you. I have no guarantees for anything because this is, I'm sharing with you exactly what I do. These are my trades, and yes, unfortunately, I sometimes make mistakes, okay? And well, and I have to deal with them. And that's one of the mistakes I did that day on Friday, which again, I really didn't want to do it because the first trade was perfectly fine for scalping, quick in, quick out, but then I decided to get another one because I was expecting a little bit further down, not coming out, but exactly those few pips would have been enough. But unfortunately, as you can see, guys, the market turned around. So yeah, usually I would just place my orders around, this was around this area. If I would have just placed my usual setup with pending orders, you see, buy stop and sell stop, instead of just selling straight after the first profitable trade, and then we would end up in actually very nice profitable buy order trade. That's it. Yes, but and it would be whole week absolutely no losses at all. But you know, it's trading, okay? So that's what I'm saying. This is the reality, guys. There is no way you can promise that every single week will be no losses. Actually, it's another week where I have whole week of profits, and then Friday got me again. Yes, I think maybe I'm getting a bit tired. On Fridays I need to be a little bit more attentive, especially on Fridays. I don't usually like to do many trading on Fridays, but I decided to go on those quick 2 trades and see what happens. See what happened. Okay, anyway, so what, let's have a bigger picture. Yes, 4-hour time frames would be better. I'll show you where we were right here, right? Remember, guys, we were in this downtrend channel, which is again, we are kind of in the middle between my uptrend and downtrend. But also remember, I was telling you it's all possible to move, you know, around. So we could be still inside the downtrend channel, so it still looks bearish, right? And we are inside and we're still going lower, right? We did create it a lower and previously, okay, and so we did not create new high this week, so we were like kind of sitting still in the middle, going for correction, right, of the one downtrend, one down move. So it's a correction, and then of course from that point I would be expecting continuation of the downtrend. But at the same time, we do look, I'm going to leave it this one. I'm using more that direction because the top of the pin, remember I was telling you, slightly different to this channel where the gold seems to be at this moment, and at the same time it does look like a little bit bearish, but at the same time it does look like a bit of flat, because to be honest I was expecting a little bit more further down finally, but no, it's still not, because remember I was telling you that my expectation, of course, China was coming out from the holidays, right, and I was expecting it would be a bit more demand, and that's why my expectation was that yes, gold can go a little bit higher instead of continue another week of going down. So anyway, but at this moment I'm looking at this as a correction. As you can see, a lot of levels here, and we are still sitting and didn't break anything out this week. Okay, so that's at this moment, that's what it looks like to me. Okay, so now we can take Fibonacci levels, because you know they are working quite well. We are in actually kind of type of the trend. So for example, if we are in a downtrend continuation, then we've just broke 61 slightly. So you see, next I can expect it might try to go higher to about 70, what I like, our 78, around 2050 of the price, okay, for price of the gold, which also can go even higher, right? So it's gold, it's possible, but as you can see, guys, we are still, to me, in correction. So it's correction and then expectation going down. So we will see. That's how I see it at this moment, as yes, it's a very, very strong breakout of 30 again, and we are staying above 30, which is around 35. And that's of course, if we will stay above 35, wherever here 30, well, okay, not 35, but maybe above just 30, that's our level, right? We've been around 30 for quite few times. Then of course I kind of would be looking into possible continuation of going up, like I was saying, 2050. Then who knows, it might go even higher, stay above. If it goes up and stays above this other support level we have, well, which is at this moment it's resistance, but it's actually been supporting a few times. As you can see, guys, here right now we're still underneath it, but if it's going to break it out and stays above, then I would say gold might try to go above 66, because this is another very strong area. Remember, 3 times gold was here, and of course now it can try to go higher and create a new high. Okay, and then well, it might break inside this other very strong uptrend channel. Okay, so then we will see if we are actually trying to go much higher. But I mean, at this moment, with everything, again, like I'm saying, whatever Fed was saying again this week, the FOMC minutes, nothing new they said there, but gold didn't drop. Okay, it still didn't drop, and still, to me, it still sits in this flat channel with a little bit of downwards, still with a little bit of downtrend. So not very nice situation, because really nice when it has kind of a trend, but at this moment it's, you see, it's back, because I was telling you, remember guys, before that this consolidation, let's say, it's a little bit flat area, it's quite wide, which is nice to trade in this area and go for buys and sells, as there is no strong uptrend or strong downtrend. But still here you see another view in here that this could end up as a bullish flag. You see this, because it's not very wide, it's quite a narrow area, like not compared to this. As you can see, this is a big 1, big 2, big 3 uptrend. Yeah, here it's a bit more narrowish, and so yeah, this might end up as a bullish flag, and this could be a breakout area, and then that could bring us to higher than the previous that pin, yeah, 140. So this is quite dramatic area, I think, in my opinion, and I think if we will not break it, then we will continue still further down below 2000, down to 1973, and then who knows, even further, right? You know all my levels here. I'm just I'm having it all, I haven't changed anything. So that's how I see it. If we will not break this area, except again it might break and but not go high, but just, you know, 260, create new high, and then started to go down. So it's just, if it breaks and started to stay higher than, let's say, 2050, and started to stay high and consolidate in those areas 2050 and 2066 or something, then I think this would be a bit more stronger for saying that, yeah, we are breaking out, this is a bullish flag, and we are actually heading above 140. But I mean, I can't see this, but it's possible, which I was telling you guys, if this kind of situation going above 140, I would have seen a little bit more towards after the other half of 24. I wouldn't be thinking of going this first half of the year. Okay, that's how I would have more expected. But anyway, as you can see, if it is what it is, you know that, which I still don't see it as much as like this, but okay, from that, let's say that was our pole, that's our flag. We have here 6,000 points. So let's say from here, if we break out 6,000 points, it's still not breaking into this channel, you see. So it might be flag, yes, and it might go, but temporarily, yeah, go to 20 whatever 96 2080 something, and still turn around, okay, and still just turn around and then consolidate, who knows, higher or lower. It's very hard to say at this moment, but these are possibilities. Of course, at the same time, I wouldn't consider that as a pole for that flag, because it's a bit different. But okay, let's say, well, here is a bit different story. It's 22,000 we have, right? So from here going 22 is probably going to be exactly, well, it's even higher, so it's way too high, I presume. So no, I would say we might go here, and this level, resistance support level, could be the level of this trend channel, could be again a stopping barrier for this move. But this just the view, guys, overview of the market. What can happen, you never know, because again, once again, I'm repeating myself, that at this moment, because we did not break all those levels and we are still just doing correction of this move inside this channel below the other one level, I would still see this even though we kind of like had a really strong move in here. I'm still bearish, okay, I'm still bearish. But as you can see, that using my strategy with pending orders works out pretty much 100%. It would have been like this week 100% profitable. It would have been if I would just stick with my usual strategy. Yeah, but anyway, that's what I'm trying to say, because you see, then it doesn't really matter which way market moves, up or down, bullish, bearish, as long as good areas I'm picking up, which I do actually picking up quite good areas, as you can see. But then we don't care, right? So which way it goes, as long as it goes enough. So that's what I'm saying, doesn't really matter. But technically my overview is still bearish, okay, technically it's still bearish. And the only that strong move, like 20,000 pips from like looking at the previous big low, right, I only would be seeing if something dramatically happens, right, some financial crisis again, something to do with banks. The interest rates, they definitely said they're not thinking about cutting it just yet. So that's why at this moment it still looks towards bearish. But again, geopolitical situation with wars and something else which I can't even think of, then yes, I can see that might have that huge move. But this moment I only see it might go a little bit higher, and then possibly just as we can see is just sitting in a flat area, okay. So it's also, you see guys, here looks a little bit like a shoulder head and a bit of a shoulder. So yeah, like I'm saying, it's quite possible it might push it a bit higher. That's why it's a bit risky to trade without the stops, basically. Well, depends again on the size of your account, okay. But that's how I see it at this moment. And that's all for now, guys. So happy trading, everyone. And of course, if you are interested, all the links you can find in the description under this video. And I'll talk to you in my next video, hopefully next weekend as usual. Okay, so bye for now, guys. Bye.